Racing Oils is invested in winning. With industry-leading at-track support, superior engineering, blending technology, and the World Championships to prove it, LAT is your premier choice for racing lubricants. Used by NHRA Pro Mod champions Jose Gonzalez and Chris Thorne, along with their closest competitors, LAT Racing Oil continues to carry top-level racers to the winner's circle in all categories of competition. From engine oil to transmission fluid and gear oil, LAT has you covered from end to end in your race car. A nationwide dealer network means easy access to our products as well. Visit LATRacingOils.com for more.
Hello there, Bandit Racing League fans. Former broadcaster Marshall Crocker Jr. here, part-time driver, the number 78 for 785 Racing. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about Geezer Authentics, your place for all things Bandit Racing League merchandise. Well, now let's say you want to go and buy a t-shirt for your reigning, defending Bandit Racing League champion, Eddie Hagge. Put it in black, you get it in an extra large, and you add it to your cart there for a reasonable price. You're going to move on, maybe look at some, shirts and sweaters, but maybe there's nothing that catches your eye this time, so you're going to move on to some wall wear. And you know me, I can't lie, I was a big Cody Welch fan back in my time broadcasting, so maybe you want to grab a 785 Cody Welch pennant to hang on your wall above your sim racing rig. You add it to your cart and you're going to move on. Maybe you're thinking some sort of accessory, maybe you're a big hat person like I am, you need something to wrap right on the brim, and there you go, Bandit Racing League hats in a variety of colors, but I personally like the combo of the camo and that Full Send Racing Network orange. And you're going to move on now to some drinkware. You need something to drink your coffee out of in the morning. Why not grab a 785 Racing mug and support yours truly, Marshall Crocker Jr. This has been Geezer Authentics. Check out the site. Lots of great options for Bandit Racing League fans.
Alrighty, everybody. Qualifying is underway. Welcome back to SimTrax Broadcasting. This is Patrick Morrison coming to you live with Stella joining alongside me tonight, and we are here at The Rock. Yes, Rockingham Speedway, where I almost call it The Rock. Bumpy Speedway is what you're going to see here tonight. A lot of guys sliding off the track and having trouble out there, especially in these trucks. As we take a look at Michael Newbraw, who's working his way out there in the 25 Chevrolet. Big time move here as watch as he rotates through these turns, and you'll see that truck jocking around. There it is. And you kind of see how the nose is bouncing up and down. The biggest bump out there is the exit of 2, and I think a lot of guys are going to be very nervous here tonight about how they exit this turn as he rotates through 1 right there. And that's the bump. So a lot of guys are talking about their trucks bottoming out, and these cars making contact, the truck's making contact with the ground, and it's a lot of guys are getting up into the wall. So body techs are going to be very busy here tonight. and they're going to be having a lot of trouble. But Stella, the Rock is definitely one of those tracks that some people think they were going to throw it away and take it completely off the circuit. But it looks like it's going to stay, as I heard through the grapevine last year that the Rock was actually being demolitioned on the racing surface as they were repaving it the same way they did Atlanta.
Well, I'll tell you, it opened way back in 1965 as a flat dirt track, 1 mile in length. But it didn't take them long to realize they had something going. So in '69, they made this lovely D-shaped oval, really high bank. But like you said, they closed this booger in 2004. They've had a few races here and there, but Mother Nature's not been kind, nor have the vandals to this place. But with a whole lot of state funding and some new owners, they got this place together, and it is currently rocking and rolling again. They've got like a dozen track configurations for karting, road racing, concerts, even endurance races here now.
Wow. All right.
Yep.
Tonight's race, what does it mean to the drivers out there? I know a lot of them are saying they're a little bit nervous here tonight, but have you heard anything of any different plans for them working out here tonight if they're going to be able to make it into the next round of the playoffs?
Well, this is the make it or break it night. The only 4 will be going into the final, and which is next week. We have 9 contenders tonight that are still in the mix. I'm not a mathematician, so don't ask me who is automatically in there, who is mathematically out. But we are going to be losing over half the field at the end of the night.
All right. Well, some of these guys are going to be in a good bit of trouble here, and they've really got to be on their game, or they're going to be eliminated. And we'll have that up for you here in a moment as everything is getting squared away out there. And we'll get everything squished down. Right now, only about another 10 seconds here in qualifying, as it looks like. Stella, help me out here. It was C.J. Meunier.
Yeah. I was taking a peek. What are the chances when we pull up some of those other screens that we can do a reset on trading paints? Because I am not finding any matching numbers.
Okay.
out.
We'll give it a shot. We'll see if I can mess a couple things up here and see if we can kind of squish things together. I don't know if you're having a dropout on your side there, but we'll double check and make sure everything's right out there on the track. Gridding has begun as drivers are getting down onto the track. We're seeing if anything is going on. There's Nick Nickerson finally getting out there, as obviously Mr. Nickerson is going to go ahead and score on the pole here tonight. Tough shot for him, but let's take a look at our info before we get going. 150 laps, 65% fuel limit, and 3 sets of tires will be down in pit. Fortunately, they'll have one fast repair out there. They're going to need it. Of course, I'm joining you. Here's your lead producer, Stella, alongside me, and race control is going to be Nicole Krazel and Bradley Shin. Of course, they do a fantastic job up there in the race control booth as they look all around the track. There's plenty of things to happen, but is this track being less than a mile, almost like Richmond, that drops just short? It's going to be a little tough for these guys to be getting around out there and them trying to make sure everything is A-okay. This, of course, being the Dr. G Power Washing 150. We get started off on our grid here tonight as Nick Nickerson and Brandon Banks start 1 and 2. Mason Flagar, you notice how he's in green. He looks like he's going to be in as he's sitting in the top 4 here, but Brett Guzik is not, especially after a 3rd place finish last week. He is in the hot seat, so hot seat means red. So these are the guys that are possibly in the process of being eliminated here tonight. Eric Schaefer sits in 5th. Jackson Knock will be in the 6th spot. Moving on through to the rest of the field, we find Jesse Priest sitting 7th. Connor Gibson is 8th. Mark Allen Bivens 9th. Kevin Foster sitting in 10th. Benjamin Lacey 11th spot on the inside of row number 6. Dawson Guzik. Obviously, hopefully we'll get a little piece from Dawson Guzik tonight And hopefully he'll tell us a little bit about Big G out there. And moving on through to the rest of the field, let's keep going here. Stella's Bill Harkins sits 13th, Paul Wilson 14th, CJ Meunier sits in 15th, and Michael Newbraw, we saw him during qualifying there for a little while during his run, 16th spot for him. David Lakey, terrible start here, 17th for him, as Christopher Ferreira starts in 18th. Right now, I'll move back to the row number 10 with Bob Berry and Hayden Paul and John Osborne. Boy, I'll tell you what, he finishes consistently, but one thing consistent is he is not having good qualifying times out of this truck here, and he nails the dead last spot here. I hate to see that for him, and he's going to have his work cut out for him. Stella, we are going to have guys on edge here, but we like to appreciate it. For Perfect Shine Auto Spa coming on board here for the race info and our starting grid here for tonight as the lead sponsor. We'll be getting back to it here in just a second, as I believe Pace car should be pulling off the racing surface here momentarily. And let's go ahead and get this one kicked off here. Waiting to see. Still holding on the loud pedal. Here we go. Under green, Nick Nickerson pulls away here, and out front he goes. 3 wide already here as Brett Guzik is up toward the wall. There's that bump. Nasty little shove there as you see guys trying to hold on to this truck. You're going to see a lot of guys that's going to be high, low, high as they get through this race. But Jackson Knox sitting in 5th. That slides him up as you see him in the all-white OxyClean machine. The 00 working his way around. Tell you what, Jackson Knox and Jesse Priest end up working very well together. I wonder if they're going to join forces as the 0 team. And right now, I've got my eyes on Brett Guzik as Nickerson is taken off here, and away he goes.
Yeah, Knox having a little bit of trouble with connection tonight. Hopefully that will not keep up, because it scares the living bejesus out of everybody behind him.
Yeah, no kidding. But they are separated out pretty well here already. Very, very big span of cars out here that have kind of gotten separated a little bit. But oddly enough, Brett Guzik is getting a little shove here by Mason Flagar as Nickerson's driving away with this one. That might shove him into the turn a little hotter than he wanted to. Good line there, but that definitely gives him the turn exit, and that might be the winning line through 1 and 2. Definitely like the way that turn looked there. Wow. This Guzik is having some trouble here. We'll sit along with Mason Flagar, though. I do want to take a look and see what it looks like from the inside if we can. As they get through some of these turns. He's working his way through turn number 2. There we go. Let's see if any of that steering wheel issue. Watch out, it bumps his truck around. This is on fresh tires.
He looked like he was doing moguls.
Yep. Yeah, here's the bump out of 2. Yeah, do you see Brett Guzik in front of him? That back end drop down. So it may not look as bad from our angle, but it is horrible. It is horrible from inside. I got to admit, I've driven Xfinities here, and I would scrape each time you go by. And when it bottoms out, you lose steering for the moment. So you've got to be very, very careful. Right now, already on the move, most of the guys. David Lakey is trying to undo his qualifying time as he was sitting down in 17th. He's up to 14th already. And right now he is on the move, but he's really got to hurry it up here. Stella, talk to me a little bit about our guys here in the playoffs. Right now I'm showing Nickerson, Knock, Foster, and Flagar are guys they're already here for the top 4 heading into tonight. But it is not guaranteed for anybody except Nick Nickerson. Nickerson has won his way in. He's good to go. I guarantee I think Kevin Foster would like to be able to get another win under his belt here as he sits 12th here on the night, rolling on back. Not as bad as Eric Schaefer. Schaefer's down 8 positions. Good Lord. Yeah, it looked like that number 3 may have had a terrible run here, especially at the Rock. This is not working out very well for him, and he's going to continue on through. But Stella, like I said, let's get back to it. Talk to me about the playoffs here.
Yeah, now, as far as win and you're in, for the round 2 was Las Vegas, Homestead, and tonight. Las Vegas, Eric Schaefer won. but he was already out of contention. So that left an opening. Nick Nickerson came in first for Homestead, so he is a win and you're into Phoenix. Yes. Haha. And then whoever wins tonight, if they were still one of the top 9, they will be a win and you're in. So there is still a possibility for David Lakey, John Osborne, Connor Gibson, Brett Guzik to make that final.
All right, well, let's rotate up front to Benjamin Lacey. Been in trouble lately. He's been bumping and banging a couple of drivers out there, but he'll be okay. Right now, that is Lacey, number 7. Out there on the outside in the number 7 Ford. And still working it, though. Mark Allen Bivens dropping back down to 9th, where he's been hanging out most of the night here. He's still rocking with the green banner out there you see on the tail and on the windshield. So I got to admit, still out of all the trucks, well, out of all the vehicles, the trucks end up looking a lot better, and you can definitely see out there where, who is who, which one is in the playoffs, because that green really pops.
It does. It does. I have to admit, I appreciate the banners and the chin spoilers and the tail spoilers. Anything I can get that makes a car pop is a good thing for me. And I see a bunch of people out in the chat. They seem to be pretty happy, too, about what's going on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, go ahead and talk to him out there a little bit. I see Jay has been out there since God knows when. He's always tuned in early. I didn't think we'd have somebody who beat us here.
Almost every night. Missed you last night, though, buddy. Yeah, we've got the Knoxters are here, rooting on their driver. Redmond 62's rooting on the 7 and the 2. Let's see. Kelly Queel is here. Mama Goose is here. Go fast, go fast. So it's nice to see some of our regulars.
Yeah, right now we are still watching the race here where Benjamin Lacey and Jesse Priest going at it. Obviously isn't going to have enough power out of the Norfolk Southern machine. Trying to see if he can rotate through. Does not get it. Drops down to 8th. That's his first position lost here tonight. Benjamin Lacey went in and took that away from him. Lacey has been on a 4-position gain run here. Guzik only off by half a second here. Knock is down by 2 seconds, and that's the top 5. We're obviously seeing a wide spread here, and we'll kind of see if we can pull up the track. You're starting to see we are almost half the track already. 75 machine of Bob Berry out there. It looks like he might have forgotten something, or that brake bias isn't working for him. You got to be heavy into the rear brake bias here, but not too much, as it'll lock up the rear wheels and then you'll slide. That's very tough. All Nick Nickerson's race here in the first 18 laps. No stages will be happening here tonight as Benjamin Lacey slides around yet another driver, putting Connor Gibson, who's in the process of elimination, down to 7th. Right now, I believe, Stella Connor Gibson is in 8th place.
Correct.
Yep, Brett Guzik is unfortunately on the edge of being eliminated, and if you consider John Osborne being voted in for the final 8, he's actually teetering close to the edge. He's sitting 6th, and a good finish tonight actually might work out well for him if he can get past Flagar and Foster and Mark Allen Bivens as well.
Yeah, that's he's got a tough row to hoe, but because I think Guzik is going to try to win tonight, because that is the only way he's making it to the finals. So I think Jay out there and Mama Goose are going to be sending him some extra good vibes.
He's going to need them. That's all I can say. He's going to need them. That's going to be tough. I don't know how you kind of rally behind something like that when you're that close to the edge. Some of these guys are definitely. I always hate that sudden death. It's almost where it seems we've landed here. You're kind of hoping everybody's going to be able to make it, but there's no guarantee.
Well, in the words of Tim the Toolman in Galaxy Quest, Never give up, never surrender.
Yeah. What is Alan Rickman would say, I will avenge
Oh,
you. See, don't think I didn't miss that one.
oh, you got it.
All right. Take a look at some of the points here. Definitely want to figure out what in the world's going on. Some total points. All right, Stella, we'll keep calling the race. What are you seeing out there?
What am I seeing? I'm never seeing anything. I don't have glasses. No. No, what I'm seeing is that Eric Schaefer and Kevin Foster keep putting up the best times of the night, but for some reason both of them are down from where they started. How is it possible that they are continuing to be passed when they're the ones going the fastest?
I don't know. Hard to say. Right now, it does look like maybe they're kind of doing a little bit of tire savings. If they're able to hold on, that would be the key. Is if they can just squeeze it out and make it to the end. I don't think the option of them being able to slide back and forth is going to be possible out there. Hopefully, continues rocking out for them right now. So I'm looking to see making an adjustment here if you would continue calling.
All right. Not a problem. I need just a bit more width on my view screen versus. All right. So what we're looking at here is Kevin Foster is sitting in 12th. Paul Wilson actually is right in front of him, and he's finished passing him. He's up 3 places for tonight. And we are looking at Nick Nickerson continuing to pull away from Guzik. I'm afraid he's almost a full half second ahead of Brett at this point. But Brandon Banks is also in the mix. He's not given up either. That number 5 car is just about another half a second behind him. So Mark Allen Bivens has taken over 8th place from Jesse Priest. And we're looking now, Paul Wilson. Looks like Kevin Foster might be trying to take a bite out of him on the outside. But let's see if he manages to pass over.
Yeah, no dice there for Kevin Foster as he's working his way here on the outside. Looks like he's going to do top to bottom. Cross him over here, and Paul Wilson is going to be stuck on the outside. Excellent change up here by Kevin Foster as we're taking a look. Drone footage as he moves in front of Paul Wilson's 82 Ford there. Completed pass. 81 wants to continue chasing. John Osborne really on a roll here. He's up 9. Not bad as he goes ahead and makes an easier pass, but he'll be squeezed there by Foster. Man, that's close. Right now, good job there by John Osborne making another pass. Hopefully he is not frying those tires off too early here in this race, as I think Guzik might be going ahead and narrowing down a close run here with Nickerson. This is the 1-2 punch here. Nickerson right now has an entire mirror full there of Brett Guzik and his Toyota as he has caught him here on lap 30, getting ready to nudge the back of him as Mama Goose. There you go. I see you getting ready to look at me, getting ready to make sure I'm not missing out on this one. Right now, there's the shot trying to take a look for a little more clean air. He's going to dive it to the bottom. So far, Brett Guzik still taking another look here. I don't think he's going to be able to get the turn roll off, so he's got to hope for one more turn. Sitting shotgun here with Brett Guzik. Looks like he's now trying the outside. I don't think he's going to make the pass here. He's going to try to switch it up. Right now, Guzik taking a look here. Can he keep him down on the bottom? He does. I think right at the line, Brett Guzik has it, and he's made the pass. Brett Guzik, in a sudden death situation, has taken the lead here on lap 33. Stello, fantastic job here. Brett Guzik, this might be the plan from all along.
Oh, well, I don't know if that was the plan for him when the power went out and he couldn't make that race, but this is definitely the plan for tonight. It's the only way he's racing for trophy tomorrow, next week.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he's going to have his hands full with, especially him and Nick Nickerson going at it if he can get the win here tonight. Remember, for Brett Guzik right now, it isn't just about a win and you're in situation here. Look at the battle that's happening beyond. Right now, Brandon Banks looks like he gets his door folded in a little bit there by Mason Flagar in the 72 Chevrolet. Right now, Brett Guzik has gone all the way from 4th up to the 1st position, meaning Nickerson, Banks, and Flagar lost one as they have rolled back, and now Guzik has kind of flipped them on its head, and now they're playing chase. So not bad here. As Stella, right now, I've got four drivers in the top 5 in the playoffs.
I like it. That's where they should be.
Yeah, you would think. Foster still holding on to 10th, though. John Osborne peeking just outside the top 10. He's gone ahead and passed Jesse Priest as well. I would say, Stella, the way we've talked to the Bandit Racing League and the way these guys race here, night in and night out, I would think some of these guys are going to race very hard here tonight. But if it comes between a non-playoff driver and a playoff driver, I think somebody like Benjamin Lacey, if it was a winning-in situation, they're going to go ahead and they're probably going to go ahead and let him by. You don't want to get in the way, or if he had just had one more place via points, would have made it, and I can guarantee you, it'll make you pay for that next month. Next month as we get back on for season 13.
In September. All right. I look forward to watching.
Yep, we're seeing the snake here, kind of working on through it as Brandon Banks, Flagar, and Knock are almost following each other, and that gives Benjamin Lacey an opportunity to go back in and attack. Lacey was eliminated in the first clutch round there on round 16. Was it round 16 or 12?
12, maybe?
Yeah, I think it was 12.
He was 13. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, he wasn't able to squeeze in there, which is unfortunate, but Benjamin Lacey looking to continue through and see if he can get Knock behind him here. I know we've got a Knox fan out there rooting on the Go Oxy Clean machine. I think Knock has got his work cut out for him. Oh, they're all over. Dude, that looks like a lumberjack.
Okay. See, I guess I still had Tim the Toolman in my head. I was thinking that was his sidekick.
Oh, Al Borland?
Yes.
Boy, good racing all over the track. We do have separation, though, as most of these guys have been squeezing past. Knock gets a hold of Brandon Banks here. Whoa! Can't handle the turn there. He didn't back it up. Down to the bottom here again. And not bad there by Brandon Banks, giving him the room. Wow.
Yeah, that could have been a pretty terrible wreck, and it would have taken quite a few guys behind him out.
Yeah, well, we're almost reaching the 1/3 point of this race, caution-free. And compared to Stella, I even put it down in the bio. Compared to last year, this was a really messy race. They had almost a record-setting amount of cautions, and these guys are finally, Knock losing some connection here. So hopefully
Yeah,
Knock,
I believe it was somewhere in the 13-14 range.
Yeah. Now, right now, I mean, it could be one after another, and that could definitely hurt. But let's roll back. I think right now, yep, that's John Osborne. Looked like he was getting ready. He's already gotten around Kevin Foster. As Foster's off pace
10.
now. John Osborne sits 10th. He's looking to put Mark Allen Bivens behind him. And Bivens right now sitting 5th in the chase. Wow. Well, right, like I said, if John Osborne is able to make it after bringing it back, and some of the guys I even heard him rooting on during the vote, saying you better go out there and make it Final Four. I mean, this has got to be it.
Yeah, well, we will see because, I'm looking at Brett Guzik, was a podium finish last week and did not move up from 9th place. So it would have to be pretty stellar for,
Yeah.
thank you, for Osborne to make that Final Four. He would really have to gain a lot of points here.
Well, it would definitely expect somebody to. I mean, it's the same as Major League Baseball. If this guy wins, then these two teams need to lose, and we're in. You know, and that may be one of the situations. If Foster has a horrible night and places almost dead last, and it switches it up a little bit, that may be able to walk him right on in. You know, if Mason Flagar wrecks out here, I mean, right now he's sitting third. But if something happens and it ends up taking them back, and that's why I think most guys were nervous about coming to this track, is their playoff hopes could be eliminated in a slew of 13 to 14 cautions. Right now, seeing if we hit 150, we're not doing bad here. We've got a chance. So give it some time, and everybody's trying to play nice out there because we don't want yellow fever at all here tonight. But Stella, go ahead and give me a shout out there for Dr. G Power Washing.
Can do that, and you keep an eye on CJ Meunier, because he and Christopher Fiera are having a field day back there. All right, so if you're looking for a reliable and professional power washing service, look no further than Dr. G Power Washing. They specialize in both residential and commercial power washing, ensuring your property looks its absolute best. Their expert team uses state-of-the-art equipment to remove dirt, grime, mold, mildew, all that leaving surfaces spotless and rejuvenated. Whether it's your home, driveway, deck, or commercial building, Dr. G Power Washing has got you covered. Experience the difference with their top-notch services and competitive pricing in Pottstown, Pennsylvania. Contact them today on Facebook or by phone for a free estimate, and let Dr. G Power Washing bring the sparkle back to your property.
Excellent. And you see, guys, how they kind of do there. I do see some of the photos that he has sent, doing a great job out there compared to what it was. Mama Goose out there saying that's her house. Uh-oh.
I hope he gave you a really big discount. Like, free.
Well, Stella, we take a look back out here on the track. Pit stops are happening. Nick Nickerson has already come down on lap 48. Knock Bivens, Wilson, Guzik, and Lakey have as well. Everybody else is hitting the pits and working their way back out, and I guarantee you RC's going to be on them here. Ooh, man. Boy, heck of a time to tune into Benjamin Lacey there.
Yeah.
Well, that was 3 spots and he's in, so that's okay. That's allowed. He can do that. The key is not chopping off the entire inside and then getting nailed here.
All right.
All right, Bill Harkins working his way out right now, currently sitting second. Not bad here by Harkins.
In. Okay.
Yeah, no, excuse me. He's heading his way in. Not bad there, Stella. You got it.
Hey, you were just checking to make sure I was listening.
Yep.
You do that to me a lot.
Yeah. We're fighting this on through. Continuing right now. Harkins is sitting in pit. Let's move back up front. Nickerson did regain the lead here, as it looked like Brett Guzik decided to pit one lap later. That's him going ahead and flossing on around the number 13 machine of Christopher Fiera.
All right.
Is it Fiera or Ferreira?
Oh no, the R's are in the middle, so it's Ferreira.
Okay. Just making sure. I didn't want to do it like Guy Fieri and keep saying it wrong.
No, but that was an interesting entrance for Bill there, as he was kind of getting a little squirrely coming off of pit road.
Yep. Yeah, unfortunately, this puts Ferreira, Harkins, Hayden Paul, Bob Berry, and looks like Jackson Knock a lap down here. Knock pitting all the way back here on lap 51. Yeah, much later than the rest of his sidekicks out there that he was rolling with in the top 5. So this moves Knock down to dead last year. 1485 pit stall time, so there was no speeding or anything. But you notice what has happened, and now he's down 2 laps. Hold on, Knock.
Wow. Yeah, did he have a Denny Hamlin pit stop?
No, just interesting call. When he took pit probably 3 laps later than everybody else, and that's what this has done.
Huh. Well, we were looking at a fuel window between 45 and 47, but these guys all made it beyond that. Even our first takers of Mark Allen Bivens, Paul Wilson, and Dawson Guzik on 48, they made it before we were expecting, or after we were expecting.
That's actually Knock Pass and Mason Flagar, who's right now holding on to the third position. I don't think there will be enough speed difference between Knock and the rest of the field here. Last lap time was sitting at a 23.89. That is faster than anybody on the track by about 3 or 4 tenths of a second. He is going to have to make up some ground, though, about another 3 seconds to find Nick Nickerson, if he wants to get one of his laps back.
I'll be darned. Yeah, he is. He's cooking.
Yeah, he's still trying to roll through. We'll see. Brett, and then we rotate up to Brett Guzik here. Guzik is sitting off by about 9 tenths of a second. I'm wondering if he might try to pit the exact same time Nick Nickerson has, because waiting one lap is kind of set him back here.
At least it's not a lap down, but over a second back is bad enough.
Yeah. Well, the pit times were almost identical, 14:53 for Nickerson and 14:55 for Guzik. So there's no trouble down pit road. I would say Guzik had a little bit extra time in his pit lane. Sitting out there by almost 8 tenths of a second. Now I think RC, they're going to try to crunch down and figure out what's going on with that. So we'll see the 84 of David Lakey out there. See how he's doing. Right now I believe he is the last driver here on the lead lap. He is rolling out there. Just retired from the Army, I believe.
Lakey after 22 and a half years.
Woo, doggy.
He's rocking it.
Yeah. There's David Lakey back here kind of all by himself. 3.5 seconds before he can find Jesse Priest out there, but I expect Lakey to switch it up a little bit and maybe think a little strategy here. If he's able to clutch it through any of these turns and see if he can push an extra couple laps and see if he can switch up his night here tonight.
We'll see if he's listening to you. We'll tell him, your mom's watching.
Well, but also this is the awesome part about the cameras, is remember we were talking about how bumpy that track is. So these steering wheels have force feedback, and watching his wheel compared to when we used to watch it at Talladega. See that jerking around on him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Front stretch will give him an okay, but it's going to be 1 and 2, and then the back stretch is no easy piece of cake either. He's riding a lot higher when you get down toward that white line. It definitely starts moving around a bunch. So you see right there, you see as he's setting up for the turn, the movement, the wheels jerking around on him. So this is not, I would say out there, and even Jay has even said something before, that when guys are racing out here, you know, this is a workout. Even though you're in a simulator, you're going to be sweating. This is not easy. It's not like holding on to a controller and you know, chasing somebody or just turning the stick. You've actually got to have a lot more input here, and then the game and the force feedback bring you its own input.
Oh yeah, heck, I get the sweating with a controller, so I can't imagine. I know some of the fellas last night we were doing Richmond, and they were saying, I've never been so tired in my life. So they were fighting that track too.
Yeah, and that one when I think only had 4 cautions, 6 total, 2 of them stages, and that wasn't bad. You know what I mean? That they thought they were going to have break time. It's almost, if you're not involved in the caution, it's break time, but not here. But yeah, still racing around here. And Jay's out there saying, yeah, even his hands get stuck to the wheel. Welcome to White Knuckles, buddy. But
hence the gloves,
right.
I assume.
I even race with gloves. I actually race with shoes as well, just because I like being able to have that heel-toe possibility of switching between the pedals out there. So, yeah, there are a couple of things. I mean, and then it just comes down to the racer. Now, some guys race in no shoes. They just race in socks. I think we saw Sean Britt. He races in socks.
Ah, yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Boy.
I think we've even seen cameras uh, not just pointed at the drivers' faces, but we have ones where they have dual cameras, and you can see what their feet are doing too.
Ah, yes.
Let's see. I'm just looking to see if there was going to be, but I'm not seeing it. With GFR has Nick Nickerson in it, and BC Sim Sport has Brett Guzik in it. I was thinking if they were teammates, and Nickerson is already given to going to the finals, wouldn't that be something? If he let Brett win, I just don't see that.
No.
That let and win thing.
Nope. No, what I'm saying is, like, right now, if John Osborne is teetering on the edge, would Paul Wilson duck out of the way?
Okay.
Right now, everybody in front of him, it's every man for himself. Absolutely not. If Lakey needs a top 10 with these guys, might give him a wave around. Get this guy up to the front so that way he still has an opportunity. That's all I'm saying. Right now, if Nickerson can win this race, that eliminates Guzik and possibly his biggest adversary heading into Phoenix. And the last thing I want to do is, let me back up and let him win, and then he wins Phoenix and takes it from me? Nah. No, absolutely not. And you and I even sat in for the Racing Revolution race where Grant Thorpe was playing numbers.
Oh my, yes.
Yeah, remember where he bumped that guy out of the way? He scored third, and he said it was enough to eliminate the other guy. Wow. I mean, it didn't really occur to you, but it was definitely, okay, well then. And it kind of offsets you there.
I believe his response was, it was a business call.
Yes, a business decision. Man.
Ooh, that was a close one. Give that spotter a raise. Nice. Flaker just came in there and thought he was going to tap, but all is well. He did not make contact with the number 13.
Oh, yeah. I think Jay knows where he's getting his gloves from. I got to see if I can still get those skeletons.
Okay.
They make like mechanics gloves with the back hands and skeletons. Some of the motorcycle guys pick them up. That I end up selling on the store out there.
Okay.
Right.
I was just thinking, why in the world would skeletons need gloves if they don't have flesh that blisters or sweats? But okay.
Moving tires. So you're all right, Stella. Clap your hands as we have made it halfway through the race. Great job, gentlemen. No cautions yet. This is fantastic. Right now, I would probably saying that there's almost 13 and a half seconds throughout the top 10. A caution would be much needed for some of these guys to have another chance. But it definitely, we'll see after the next pit stop if that is going to be the case here. Now, Stella, we were talking a little bit about 47. Some of these guys actually stretching it out to 50 laps out there, and that is going to be that's going to be interesting out there. We'll see how they hold out, and if they can continue kind of keeping this kind of a pace.
Well, one way or another, they can't make it till the end, is what you're telling me mathematically.
Right.
Without having another pit stop.
But
somewhere.
Does Guzik try to come in the same time as Nickerson? Right now, he is making ground on him, though, only down by 0.7 of a second. It would stretch out above a second.
It was. Yes, I don't think I would let Nick out of my sight.
Yeah, I don't think he can sacrifice another lap.
Yeah.
But with the entrance to pit road being so difficult, it's going to. Oh, he's got to be paying attention here. And speaking of paying attention, somebody up front's getting loose. I'm hoping that's not Jackson Knock here. It is.
It is.
All right, so Knock works his way around Lakey. Lakey now goes a lap down, sitting 15th. Knock is in danger of going back down to 2 laps down here, but he's trying to stay out in front of Nickerson. got his lap back the hard way as we enter lap 80. Waiting to see if Nickerson has got something or if he's thinking about pitting here. I guarantee he's already talking to his guys out there.
Oh, he definitely should be.
Yeah, if they chop this race up, they're going to have just enough tires here to make it to the end. If we have a late race caution, I guarantee we're going to see everybody come in for tires.
Well, we all figure, looking at these, they've put one on so far out of the 3 they have available.
Correct. Yeah,
All right.
Second one will be going on here in about another 5 to 10 laps. And then we'll see how it all fares after that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate you hanging in there here with Simtrax Broadcasting. We're going to get a shout out from our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Hello there, Bandit Racing League fans. Former broadcaster Marshall Crocker Jr. here, part-time driver, the number 78 for 785 Racing. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about Geezer Authentics, your place for all things Bandit Racing League merchandise. Well, now let's say you want to go and buy a t-shirt for your reigning, defending Bandit Racing League champion, Eddie Hagge. You put it in black, you get it in an extra large, and you add it to your cart there for a reasonable price. You're going to move on, maybe look at some, shirts and sweaters, but maybe there's nothing that catches your eye this time, so you're going to move on to some wall wear. And you know me, I can't lie, I was a big Cody Welch fan back in my time broadcasting, so maybe you want to grab a 785 Cody Welch pennant to hang on your wall above your sim racing rink. You add it to your cart and you're going to move on. Maybe you're thinking some sort of accessory, maybe you're a big hat person like I am, you need something to wrap right on the brim, and there you go, Bandit Racing League hats in a variety of colors, but I personally like the combo of the camo and that full Send Racing Network orange. And you're going to move on now to some drinkware. You need something to drink your coffee out of in the morning. Why not grab a 785 Racing mug and support yours truly, Marshall Crocker Jr. This has been Geezer Authentics. Check out the site. Lots of great options for Bandit Racing League fans.
We would like to thank Dr. G Power Washing for sponsoring the race this evening. So, if you need a reliable and professional power washing service, look no further than Dr. G's Power Washing. They specialize in both residential and commercial power washing, ensuring your property looks its absolute best. Whether it's your home, driveway, deck, or commercial building, Dr. G Power Washing has got you covered. Experience the difference with their top notch services and competitive pricing in Pottstown, Pennsylvania. Please contact them today on Facebook or by phone for a free estimate and let Dr. G Power Washing bring the sparkle back to your property.
LAT Racing Oils is invested in winning. With industry-leading at-track support, superior engineering, blending technology, and the World Championships to prove it, LAT is your premier choice for racing lubricants. Used by NHRA Pro Mod champions Jose Gonzalez and Chris Thorne, along with their closest competitors, LAT Racing Oil continues to carry top-level racers to the winner's circle in all categories of competition. From engine oil to transmission fluid and gear oil, LAT has you covered from end to end in your race car. A nationwide dealer network means easy access to our products as well. Visit LATRacingOils.com for more.
All right, appreciate you guys hanging out from our sponsors. Still have a couple of them to mention, Apex Racing and FMR Performance. Stella, take it away.
Sure, because FMR Performance is Fred Mott Racing, performance aftermarket products for your everyday hot rod. Look for them on Facebook and eBay under Fred Mott Racing. And back to the sim rigs, go to Apex Sim Racing. Apex delivers sim racing components from all the major brands. Use the code BANDIT, BANDIT, on all the products you purchase, and the league receives a percentage of that sale. So all that income goes directly back into the league, and you can find them at apexsimracing.com.
Excellent. Right now we are seeing Mark Allen Bivens as we kind of got our eyeballs on him here, scraping that side of that wall. Fortunately, a little bit of the safer barrier saves him there. No critical damage to the side of that truck. Yeah, right now, Mark Allen Bivens is hanging out in 10th. Looks like underneath is going to be the 54 machine there of Hayden Paul. Hayden Paul came in on lap 81. Right now, Christopher Ferreira is sitting down in the 21st spot. He's over a minute down there in the box. And now Paul Wilson is heading his way down pit road. Early takers here is right now Nickerson is only out in front of Brett Guzik by about half second here. Looks like they relap Jackson Knock here, which is unfortunate for Knock. I got a bad feeling for Jackson Knock here how this is going to go. Because remember I said somebody having a rough finish here. Jackson Knock currently is sitting second here in the playoffs. We'll take a look at our playoff standings here as we get this underway and show you guys where the top 9 are. We are cutting it off at the top 4. Nickerson, Knock, Foster, and Flagar have their chance in, but you see how close the points are. Bivens only down
8.
by a point. John Osborne only down by 2. I mean, this is going to be close, so a horrible night for somebody could end up in a perfect night for another. Right now, Brett Guzik is really, he's a win and you're in. He has to have it. So I hate to make that for him, but he's right now he's sitting second. He's been the closest all night. Right now he's taking a peek. As you see, we are still sitting on Nickerson in the background as Brett Guzik is taking another look to slide on around him here. There it is. Moving to the inside. Brett Guzik getting ready to take the lead back. Obviously, late run car as we are about to enter 4 wide. Yeah, baby. That's what you want to see at Rockingham. And that works out for Brett Guzik. He scrubs the paint down there at the bottom. Jackson Knock gets his lap back, and Nickerson moves back to second.
Now, think about how Dawson Guzik just made a really nice pick and roll.
Yeah. We're not going to say anything, la, 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 la. I didn't see any of it happen. But I would say, here it goes again. Nick Nickerson working down. Guzik stays out.
Oh.
Well, right now, that lead may only last for a little while. I expect Guzik to probably work his way down here in just a moment. We won't be seeing Jackson Knock head in anytime soon. He came in on 51 about 4 or 5 laps later than everybody else. So Guzik stays out another lap. All right, well, Stella, we're noticing that worked out very well. I would probably say he is holding on. If this thing goes green for the rest of the way, he wants to make sure he's got the tires to do it.
Okay. Well, it honestly, for me, I don't think it's tires at this point. If he took tires now, he'd still have one more. If we had a caution or some good reason to stop between now and 150, it's fuel. That would be my concern here. Is totally gasoline. He came in at 49. He's gone another 50 laps at this point. That window, there we go. Thank you.
Well, but he's also proven to you he can make it 50 laps.
Yes.
So he should be able to make it to the end here.
All right.
So his tires will be probably 5 to 6 laps fresher here than Nick Nickerson.
Okay, who came in on 96.
Right. So about 4 laps later, he'll have the tires for this. He's just got to get back out there and he's got to be flawless from here on out. Obviously, you can see Brett Guzik has a late run truck. So that late run is definitely going to work. And I'll tell you what, if Brett Guzik wins this one, it's going to be, we're going to have to turn the volume down because I guarantee you he'll be screaming through the mic on this one. It's going to be close. So Guzik, not bad. Out he goes. 14:43 in the box. Not bad compared to Nickerson. That is actually about 70 thousandths of a second faster. So these guys are about the closest matched ones out there. Leaders heading down now. Benjamin Lacey, that is, with Brandon Banks, John Osborne, and Eric Schaefer. Osborne getting to his highest position of the night here, sitting third. Remember what I said about Osborne being able to squeak in? Man, that would be something.
Yes.
Yeah, there are a lot of guys depending on this race. And I've got to really say, hats off to the Bandit Racing League. I know a couple late changes might not have been in everybody's favor, but I do have to admit this is probably going to be a better race than you and I and our viewers out there watching a Martinsville race. That was going to be guaranteed cautions. People backing up turns, people not backing up turns. people driving through, people getting spun around, tires getting loose, especially in the trucks. And I think this is a lot better of a choice.
Yeah, it was almost a Mox Nix if you looked at last year results, but this is awesome. They are, woo-hoo-hoo. And that bump almost bumped him into next week. But yeah, they have cleaned. Don't want to say cleaned up their act, but they are definitely having better results this year.
Yes, that they are. I do want to note, our leader is out in front of number 2 by 4.5 seconds. That is a bigger gap than we had last time. We were only about a second off last time.
Yes.
So this hill is looking pretty pointy at the top. So we'll see. Let's rotate back. Kevin Foster, who's now working around Bivens. Mark Allen Bivens, that is. The 76 Chevrolet over to the outside of Kevin Foster. And take a look at this. We got a giant clutch of cars. Foster caught in the middle of do-or-die situation drivers. Osborne out front, sitting 7th. The consistency of this guy's mind-blowing. Foster sitting 8th in the number 8 machine. Bivens in 9th. And Connor Gibson sitting 10th. What a race. There we go. There's Bob Berry. Down there on the bottom. Look like he's going to be working his way down in the pit now. I'm talking about Bob at all here tonight. Bob's been working on it a little bit. I know he's been tumbling around there in the back.
He's my bit of honey.
Oh, yeah, your bit of honey car.
I'm going, Bob Berry is my bit of honey.
All right. That is Nickerson down there on the bottom. Look at this. That is going to be our 10th place driver going a lap down.
Oh, really? Connor?
Yes, it is. And that is Mark Allen Bivens to the outside. That'll be our 9th place driver going possibly a lap down here.
Oh, someone just tagged the wall back there. Whoever just got behind that.
Yeah, I think it was the 00 of Jessica Priest. Right now, that puts 9th and 10th behind him. That should have given Brett Guzik some time to catch up. Trying to fight around those guys. Let's check in on Guzik.
We're still 4 seconds. Yeah, almost 4.5 seconds behind.
Yeah, I would almost wonder if we got 2 different strategies here. Brett Guzik is holding on, and he's going to have to really punch it to make it to the end. And Nick Nickerson is trying to run away as fast as possible and create as much distance as he can before Brett possibly inevitably catches him. But that is going to be tough.
Yes, and don't burn your tires off doing it.
Right.
And a million other things. Yeah, he may be counting, on that caution. At which point, all bets are off. Everybody comes in, and we basically have a restart with 20 to go. But shootouts are fun too.
Yeah. Well, if caution comes out, that's going to take everything and kind of throw it away. Any opportunity. We could have somebody out there who pit much later, like Michael Newbrough came in on 102, not pit. And him stay out there with everybody with fresh tires behind. I mean, it'd be suicide, but I've seen crazy stuff here before. And guys try different things, so might as well, why not? Try it. All right. And I think actually Connor Gibson has repassed the leader to get his lap back.
He did. It's still pretty close, but he did.
Yeah, Guzik now starting to stretch out to almost 5 seconds off pace here.
But he's not really being challenged from behind either. With Benjamin Lacey's, another 3 seconds behind him? Behind Guzik?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that wasn't good.
Not at all. We move back here to Michael Newbrough. As you see the 0 machine up toward the top. Oh, man, he's quick. That's
yeah,
not
but
good.
Brett Gusick hit the wall too.
Yeah, we'll check and see what's going on. Track temperature dropping down to 84 now.
Yeah, I'd be kind of curious with a little drone footage on the right side of Gusick's vehicle. If we've got anything that's gonna...
Looks like we're all right.
Excellent.
Not a scratch. Unfortunately, that's what the safer barriers are for. The Melon Man has changed it up, but Stella, as we take a look here at Brett Gusick, we're down to now three. We're no longer 5 seconds.
We are under 4.
Yeah, we're at 3.5 now. So Nickerson has obviously reached a roadblock here. Something's happened, or he's starting to tire save because he realizes he might not make it here.
Yeah, because now we are looking at Nickerson running a 25-second lap and Brett Gusick running a 24.5-second lap, whereas they were before almost tied up.
Yep. Well, they were that last lap, 24.6 for both of them. So they're starting to match speed now. Nickerson dropping off a good bit here. Bill Harkin's getting ready to get into the mix. Harkin's right now sitting down in that 19th spot. I think Bob Berry is our first driver to take it back to the garage. He'll have a 20th place finish. Herrera still hasn't come out of pit road yet. 13 minutes in the box.
I think perhaps he may just be spotting for his team at this point.
Yep. So Harkin's looking to get one of his laps back. Unfortunately, he's down 3 here tonight. Let's see if they can find any little extra out there. Our driver's trying to survive.
Brett Gusick doesn't seem to be making up any time at this point. He's still at that 3.5-second mark. But I'm just amazed that, the top 10 have a 20... Ooh, we got another pit taker.
Yep. Paul Wilson working his way down.
Yeah, 23.5 seconds between first and ninth. That's kind of huge. I wouldn't consider this to be a short track. You see this at Bristol, kind of thing, but this is just very surprising.
Oh, well, how far guys have fallen off. Is really, between the fall off and the different pit strategies, it is taking its toll on some of these guys' nights here. It's just hard seeing this kind of work this way. So now Paul Wilson will be working his way out of pit road here, back on the track, getting up to speed, down 2 laps now.
Yeah, we currently have 9 drivers on the lead lap for the moment.
All right, reeling in. Nickerson is Gusick. We're under 3 seconds now.
There we go.
Now it gotta be easy.
We only have 25 laps to go.
Yeah, just about. Just about. 26 at the line, still battling through. Right now, Mason Flagar has a solid finish here if it remains this way. Remember I said he's teetering on the edge by 1 point.
Yes.
Mark Allen Bivens could undo him. Bivens now down in the 9th. Right now, Bivens would have to make up about 13 seconds, or half the track, to find his man.
Yeah, let's... Oh, nice pass.
Yep. Paul Wilson
See
setting
ya.
on a set of fresh tires. Around he goes.
Ha. Can we see a track map and see how everybody's all spread out? Oh, okay. I would say that's full coverage.
Yeah. Yeah.
My heavens.
Yeah. My only concern is Brett Guzik have enough time. He shaved it down to under 2 1/4.
Yes, there's a possibility. Because he's now down under 2. He does that in one of those turns. He has one turn that's just a killer spot. If he can catch up to Nick Nickerson, he may have potential if he hits that turn just right.
Notice some of the lap traffic is catching Nickerson up here. Right now, he's getting jammed. Harkin's in front of him. The 54 of Hayden Paul behind. Oof! Nickerson into the wall. Oh, he's going to pay for that.
Hit it. Not scraped it. Not rubbed it.
Take a look. Oh, down pit road. Here comes Nickerson.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't see that one coming.
No, sir.
So now what does Brett Guzik do? Does he let off the gas here? And see if he can make it all the way?
He's got 5 seconds.
That's a steal out there saying that the top 4 locked in yet. Only the one out there in the blue number is Nick Nickerson. Everybody else is in the process of elimination. Green means they're in the top 4, but we don't know until after this race. Right now, Jackson Knock having a 15th place finish could change it up as he holds on to second.
Nickerson did not do repairs, if I can tell right. Maybe 2 tires? Maybe?
Yeah, maybe. Probably, if I were him, probably set a right sides and get back out there.
Yes.
He's got a short pit it here. Unless there's something we don't know and Brett Guzik isn't going to make it here.
Well, that would be interesting because, I mean, he was able to make it 50 laps last time. He came in at 99. Nickerson only had 4 laps less, so there's definitely, you a lot of times say, if there's a caution with 20 laps to go, you take it, you do your tire change, and you go and make up the time. Does that also stand with green flag?
I don't know. Right now I'm looking at Nickerson a lap down.
Yes.
I mean, it's...
And I mean, to the point where if we have a caution, it's not even him getting lucky dog.
Right. Right now we're sitting here with Brett Guzik looking to see if he's changing anything up here. He does have a driver in front of him that is kind of getting a little sloshy out there.
Oh, don't be putting me on the spot there, Dylan Banks.
All right, hold on a second. Here we go. I don't know, whenever you get in a situation like this right now is a hairy spot. 96 getting up there close to the wall. He's going to try to follow behind Paul Wilson. See if he can get around here. Trying to see this, Stella. Do we have a 96 out there?
Well, I know we had a new bra 25, but it's not showing a 25 on his car.
Yeah, I think the ironic part is, see that light blue car behind him?
Yes.
Hopefully they're still friends. Mr. Dawson Guzik back there.
Ah.
And I saw him getting pretty close. Nothing better than, hey, buddy, face the field. I don't know. I've got a brother. He might turn me around while I'm out there during a critical moment.
Yeah.
You ever played NASCAR Heat 4?
No.
That kind of stuff doesn't matter, and no one ever forgets.
Okay.
All right, Benjamin Lacey still hanging in there. Lacey's only down by a second, but not in the playoffs, though.
Nickerson is still like a second and a half behind Newbrock. He's not really making any inroads here.
Yeah, I don't know if we got a bad situation here.
Yeehaw. Oh, Lakey.
Wow. Shifting up here. Nickerson sitting 10th. That is Nickerson. Working his way around Benjamin Lacey there. Getting close, if that's the case. All right, so now might be a little brotherly love here. Let's see how this goes. Guzik sitting in front of his brother of Dawson back there, and right now that, guess who, is Nick Nickerson getting ready to ride up behind the 44 here.
Yes.
10 laps left to go, 9 at the line.
Oh, wow.
Yep, well, Nickerson has to go around the track completely one more time.
Oh.
Yes, Nickerson's down a lap. But if Dawson, if Brett Guzik has to pit, this is it. He's dug his grave now. So Lakey getting ready to work around. Nickerson's around.
Interesting.
Yep. Lakey, do you look to get back down a lap here? Now he's only down to 2. Yeah, if I were him, go ahead and let him on by. Because Nickerson needs to make up 25 seconds to catch him.
Holy mackerel. In 8 laps.
In 8 laps. So it's not going to happen. I mean, late race stuff has happened before.
Right. Dylan Banks is sending you kudos, by the way, out there.
For the champagne?
But then again, Jay is saying don't put that evil on him, Ricky Bobby.
All right, hold on. Nickerson trying to floss this one. Nickerson now up to 7th. Now remember, Nickerson is already winning in. He's already good to go.
Yes, but this is somebody who just likes to race.
Yep. Now is definitely helping us pushing. You would think it would put an extra couple of playoff points into the finals, but that is not the case, ladies and gentlemen. We move everybody up to 3,000 points in the final 4, so obviously they're unreachable by the rest of the field. And then it will be a one race to figure out who is coming away with it.
Okay, so they don't take like extra laps led or bonus points in with them. It all starts from, well, I would say 0, but okay, square one, but it all starts at 3,000. And of those 4, anybody could win it. They don't have to beat them by
anybody out of those 4.
All right.
Even if they don't win, it's the highest placed driver.
Okay.
So we'll see here. Brett Guzik now following behind Benjamin Lacey. Trying to see if he can fuel save here. 4 to go. 3 at the line.
He has made up 4 seconds.
Yeah, not enough. Yeah, we'll see how this holds on. Right now, Guzik looks like he flosses around the 76. Mark Allen Bivens goes in and lets him around. Right now, that seems to be working out okay. I'm sure is spotting out there for the Guzik boys and BC Sim Sport and team. 2 to go. Brett Guzik's dream is about to come alive here. This would be something. John Osborne is sitting 5th.
Yep. Hunter Gibson, into the wall. I was just going to say, I'm curious to see how he's going to handle that because he's in the run too. But taking out a piece of the safety area was not in the plan.
No, not at all. We'll see if Dawson can still continue to hang here. White flag is out. And right now it looks like guys are starting to challenge here. Right now, Brett Guzik, if he's got a little left in the tank, he's got to hammer down and get away from this situation that's happening behind him here. Yep.
Yes, he does.
I think Brett's out of fuel. And he's turned. And they turned him. He has got to limp it. He needed the win.
Oh.
Benjamin Lacey comes away with the win here. Brandon Banks comes in second. Mason Flagar is our third place finisher.
Wow.
And Brett Guzik missed it by half a lap.
That is rough. I have to see how he got turned, though.
Oh, dude.
You are kidding me. Oh.
Oh, dude.
You were talking about brothers. You did that. You put that evil on him. Oh.
Yeah, he's out
Mama
of fuel
Goose, you
by
may
this
have-
point. There's the nudge from the 76 machine. 76 clips him, but he's ran out of ground. There's nowhere to go.
I thought the 44 clipped him.
Now, taking a look on top here.
Okay.
Watch as we head into the turn. That's Guzik in the easy go. You see Guzik trying to drop down to the bottom. Clink. Now, 44 has already caught the edge of Benjamin Lacey there.
Yes.
And something tells me the 44 was trying to make a block for him. Because that Benjamin Lacey was the one who was going to win the race.
Oh, but he would have made it just coasting. He would have been a little bit better off in his finish.
Not really, right? Not really. Brett Guzik needed the win. He had to. He had to have the number one spot. And as soon as he ran out of fuel, that was it.
Wow. Wow, that was
that
was an unusual
Mama Goose
finish.
ain't too happy about that. I don't know if Brett was able to squeeze it a little extra.
So,
all right. Benjamin Lacey wins this race. So not bad by Lacey hanging it out there. Nick Nickerson actually finished in 7th here tonight. And we'll hopefully we'll see how that goes here right at the end. Tough break.
Okay. Wow. Yep, I will be keeping an eye on the points and see if they are updated in time after the interviews.
Yeah, but also remember, Benjamin Lacey has to get out in front of the 5 Chevrolet here. Right there.
Why?
To win the race.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how close these two got here. Wow. Yeah, you only beat him by about 30 thousandths of a second there. Good check out there, Marshall Crocker. We were working on that there, my man. But that's going to do it here for the Dr. G Power Washing 150 here at Rockingham. We're going to go ahead and cut away here just a little bit, reel our guys in, and hopefully Bill right now is on the points, and he is going to figure out who makes it and who doesn't. Mama Goose, don't go away. We'll see how close he got here.
Hello there, Bandit Racing League fans. Former broadcaster Marshall Crocker Jr. here, part-time driver, the number 78 for 785 Racing. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about Geezer Authentics, your place for all things Bandit Racing League merchandise. Well, now let's say you want to go and buy a t-shirt for your reigning, defending Bandit Racing League champion, Eddie Hagge. You put it in black, you get it in an extra large, and you add it to your cart there for a reasonable price. You're going to move on, maybe look at some, shirts and sweaters, but maybe there's nothing that catches your eye this time, so you're going to move on to some wall wear. And you know me, I can't lie, I was a big Cody Welch fan back in my time broadcasting, so maybe you want to grab a 785 Cody Welch pennant to hang on your wall above your sim racing rink. You add it to your cart and you're going to move on. Maybe you're thinking some sort of accessory, maybe you're a big hat person like I am. You need something to wrap right on the brim, and there you go. Bandit Racing League hats in a variety of colors, but I personally like the combo of the camo and that Full Send Racing Network orange. And you're going to move on now to some drinkware. You need something to drink your coffee out of in the morning. Why not grab a 785 Racing mug and support yours truly, Marshall Crocker Jr. This has been Geezer Authentics. Check out the site. Lots of great options for Bandit Racing League fans.
LAT Racing Oils is invested in winning. With industry-leading at-track support, superior engineering, blending technology, and the World Championships to prove it, LAT is your premier choice for racing lubricants. Used by NHRA Pro Mod champions Jose Gonzalez and Chris Thorne, along with their closest competitors, LAT Racing Oil continues to carry top-level racers to the winner's circle in all categories of competition. From engine oil to transmission fluid and gear oil, LAT has you covered from end to end in your race car. A nationwide dealer network means easy access to our products as well. Visit LATRacingOils.com for more.
All right, everybody catching on to our third place finisher, Mason Flagar. Dude, what a run here, especially toward the end. And you saw that pile up that happened out there. Talk to me about the entirety of this race from start to finish for you.
I just tried to save as much tires and keep track position. It was definitely difficult trying to manage the gap between the leaders and save tires at the same time, but glad we were able to get it done there.
Man, oh man, oh man. Well, what was the hardest part about this track while you were out there? Was it the bumps? Is it the racing through traffic, or was it the pit stops?
Definitely, I think honestly, just saving tires, because it doesn't necessarily change how loose your car is, because it doesn't change how the car drives at all, other than lap time and maybe aero blocking will take the air off the car, make you loose with pretty worn tires. Passing's pretty hard here, though. Passing is very hard.
Yeah. I know the bumps out there at Rockingham, man, they're a killer. As soon as you think you got a turn figured out or you're racing along somebody, you get out of the groove and you're either into the wall or you're almost facing the inside wall. So you got to be very, very cautious of how you drive out there, and the force feedback lets you know about it. Stella, Mason Flagar here was one of our top 4 drivers heading into the playoffs. Where does this put him here?
He is now number 3.
All righty, Mason Flagar, you are going to move on in the playoffs at Phoenix next week. Confidence level?
My confidence level is pretty high. Won there earlier in the same car, earlier in the season for my first ever win in Bandit, so I feel very confident going in.
All right, man. Awesome. Well, we won't hold you too long, man. We've got to get you ready for Phoenix, probably the most important race of this season. So go ahead and give me your shout-outs, and let's get you on the road.
I just want to thank Mark. He's been there all season. Sucks. I don't believe he made the Final Four, but I just want to thank all the people at Young Guns, all the people that support me. You guys for putting on amazing broadcasts. Bill for putting on an amazing racing product. That's about it.
All righty, man. Definitely. We'll make it happen, buddy, and we'll try to make a few things conditions. See if we can get your camera fired off here for the playoffs, and we got a week to figure that out. Mason Flagar, congratulations on your third place finish, man. We'll see you next week.
Yep, see you next week. Thank you.
All right, Mason Flagar making it. Brandon Banks sitting in second. Not bad here by Brandon Banks. We'll go ahead and talk to most of our top 4 here before we sign off with Benjamin Lacey. But we run into Brandon Banks here, our second place finisher. Brandon, dude, what a race this was. How in the world do you keep coming in top 3 out there and you haven't made it into the playoffs?
Well, we came in really late in the season, Bill let us come in and we had some couple off weeks from some other leagues, and so we weren't eligible. So we're just in here just having a good time. But that was close, man. I really didn't think I wasn't even trying. I was just kind of riding around, figured top 2, 3 or 4, and I was like, dang, I didn't even realize it was 100. Was it 300s? So I was like, dang, that was close. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, Yeah, it was definitely close, especially when you see the number 7 spinning out trying to get back on track. He's got it to
Yeah.
the floor, and you're already full speed. But man, that was a tight finish there, man.
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on up there. I knew we were kind of closing in on Brett a little bit. I knew he was going to be really close on fuel. I thought he could save that extra lap or so that he needed. So I really wasn't, I wasn't even anticipating anything like that. And then I just kind of saw a cluster of cars just going everywhere in turn 3, and I was like, well, whatever. I don't know I don't even know what's going on up there. So we just drove through it, and man, we almost came out on the other side with the lead, man. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. This thing was really, really tight. Oh my God. So we need some more fuel in these things. Um, it was just plowing into the corner. You had to kind of back it up, and you really had to back it up anyway, just because you were trying to save that extra lap or so of fuel. So um, it kind of worked out that way. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was a good race. Kind of cool that they actually went green flag. I really wasn't expecting that. So not something you normally see here at Rockingham.
No, it is not. Hopefully, we will see you in the next season. I'm sure you know those 3 cars. Will you be fully participating next season?
We may. I don't know. We had to see what the rest of the team wants to do. So if they're in, then maybe. But I don't know. We usually ran on another league on Wednesday nights. So I don't know. We'll see what they want to do, and we'll make a decision at the end of the season.
All right, Brandon Banks. We kind of hope to see what you can do. I've seen what you can do in the trucks, the Xfinities out there, and the Gen 6. But man, I want to know what you guys can do out there in the next gens and the 87s. I think that's going to be a disgusting combo out there, buddy. I think it's really going to trip a lot of guys up there tonight, and I hope you and your team can come to a decision, because if there's one thing that you can do out there, Brandon, is finish and definitely switch up how points are tallied out there, because you're that unknown. We are not sure where you're going to be, but you were always in the mix, man. And congratulations on your second place finish. Give me your shout outs here.
Yeah, appreciate you guys for putting on the broadcast. Great broadcast. Geezer Authentics, Bill for letting us get in here and just have a good time with these guys. I said everybody that kind of watches and everything, we have a lot of fun coming in here, and appreciate them just letting us do that. And DBR for all my teammates. Got a great group of guys that we race with every week. So awesome to have them in the race with us. And then like I said, Niggas Paint Shop, Paul Setup Shop. And we'll go on next week. I don't even know where we're racing next week. But hey, it's gonna be fun regardless. I don't even know what car. Where would you Cup car next week? Is that no? Sorry, we're in the. I don't know. What are we in
Should
next
be.
week? Is it the Cup car? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that'll be a lot of fun.
Well, Xfinity.
Oh, Xfinity. Yes. Yes. Yep. Yep. That'll be fun. That's our car. So we'll see what we can do there. All right. Thanks, guys.
All right, appreciate it, buddy.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, if anybody out there in the chat, because I know Jason Jackson. Now you got me doing it.
Great way to
Jackson
go.
Knock. I know Jackson Knock has a lot of fans out there and whatnot. Do me a favor, have him get back in the rig. We would like to pull him up and interview him, and he's got himself all muted and he's run away. So if you can have him undo that, that'd be splendid.
Yep, well, hopefully we'll be able to run him back down. We're going to give a quick chat to our guys here that are in the top 4 who made it into the next round. Go ahead, Nick Nickerson. Race all yours, except we had to pit late. Talk to me about it.
Oh, yeah, man, I was just having a lot of trouble with the lap guys. I was trying to save tires by running the high line, and I was definitely faster, but they would just dive bomb me going into 1 and 2. And get ahead of me, and we're just back and forth, and it was just chaos for me anyways, and just trying to maintain a gap on Brett. And at some point I did tap the wall. I didn't think I got too much damage, but I decided I'll go ahead and pit and get my little bit of gas and fresh tires since I had 20 laps to go, and so I was going to go for it. And then it seemed like everybody was going to make it on fuel. Some did. Obviously it sucks for Brett that ran out there right at the ends, but was surprised that it went green the whole way through. I mean, if I would have thought that was in the cards, I probably would have saved a little bit of fuel. But I never in my wildest dreams ever thought we would go green flag for 150 laps at Rockingham. But that's what happened, and I just got the tail end of it, unfortunately. Although it was a good race.
Oh, yeah. Well, you'll see it'll be a race like this. and it'll go green where you expect the cautions, and then we go to Texas where you think it's going to be free and clear all green, and we end up with 10 cautions. I mean, it's just
Exactly.
it's hard to say, man. You go in with a strategy, and it's just, I always say, it comes down to the guy behind the wheel. But you were the
Yeah.
first one who makes it into the playoffs here. You won, and you're in. So tonight, I would say, probably didn't matter so much as to where you placed, other than making sure that Brett Guzik didn't make it. How much trouble did he give you out there tonight?
I mean, he was the most trouble. I mean, him and I were kind of back and forth on speed there. And I mean, if everything went my way, then I would have ran out of gas. And apparently, well, I don't know. I don't know how much of his driving would have changed to where he can save just a little bit more gas. But I wasn't going to make it to the end regardless, without having to pit at least for a gallon. That's what I was short when I pit on lap 120. But yeah, he had some good speed, good corners, specifically in the first quarter of the race. And I had to change my lines up a little bit to save tires because running that bottom line the whole time, I was just chewing my tires up and I couldn't hold them back. So feel bad for him. You know, he's a regular for this league, but you know, now we're going into the final race with two of our GFR cars on the roster, and I think it'll be a pretty good race for us.
Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty wild. And we'll see what you can do at Phoenix. Nick Nickerson, go ahead and give me shout-outs, man, while I got you here.
Yeah, man, just Bill and all our members here at Bandit Racing. I appreciate you guys putting on this broadcast. I don't know if I want to watch this one because it'll probably hurt my feelings, but I'll try to at least watch the first 3/4 of it tomorrow. But I always appreciate watching your broadcasts. It's all you guys do. So look forward to seeing you guys next week for the final.
All right. Good luck to you, Nick, and we'll let you get back to practice.
And take care.
You too. All right. That is our number one guy that is slicking on through. So we're saying Kevin Foster is our number 2 guy, right?
Will you
Stella?
keep doing that? They have me running. Yes, Kevin Foster is in second for the driver's standings going into Phoenix.
Beautiful. Kevin Foster, how's it feel?
Feels like redemption.
Ah, man, you made it all the way to the end, and talk about, you know, when we got a win and you're in, then we were able to slide through this time. Man, but you have got your plate full upcoming. This is going to be tough, but let's start with tonight before we move into the future. This race was something else. Is this quite where you wanted to start here tonight, having a 10th place qualifying spot?
No, never where you want to start, but you know, it's not about where you start, it's about where you finish. And I knew that this track is, you know, definitely tough on the right front tire. You can definitely wear it out really fast if you push too hard. So yeah, my plan was to just, you know, fall back. I was running 12th, 13th there for a while. And then, you know, after the first pit stop, then it's time to push a little bit harder. And also we had to save fuel just to make it on 2 stops. So yeah, there's a lot of little strategies going on in race that a lot of people don't realize, but it was a challenge, and you know, something happened there at the last corner there, and you know, congrats to Ben, but yeah, it was exciting race and 0 cautions.
Yeah.
Somehow push hard and save fuel don't usually go in the same sentence.
It's a challenge, but if you do it right, you finish.
Nice.
Man. And yeah, and what a race this was. I mean, going caution free the entire way. That was really something here. But we take you to Phoenix, man. And I'm hoping you're not gonna be surrounded out there by Mark Allen Bivens and Connor Gibson like you were tonight, and Mason Flagar. It looked like they were in front of you, behind you, and you know, it almost seemed like we were waiting for something to happen out there. But the Big Red Propane Machine goes ahead and finishes 6th here tonight. How do you feel when we head into Phoenix?
Again, I mean, use this word, redemption. We were there earlier in the season, and some car took me out,
Oh,
and then I kind of foobarred to restart there while leading. So I'll take that part. But yeah, so definitely a little payback in store for Phoenix, and I love the track. So it's gonna be a shootout. You know, I think Nickerson's going to be my biggest competition, but don't sleep on, you know, Knack or any the other guy, because, you know, I mean, It's your night. It's your night.
All right, Kevin Foster. Shout out time.
Thank you to all the fans out there watching. Huge shout out to Frank for sponsoring the GFR race team here with Big Red, all the associate sponsors, my family, you guys up in the booth. I love going back watching the broadcast, and I hope everyone tunes in next week because it's going to be a exciting show, and hopefully I can be the Bandit Racing League's first 3-time champion.
Holy cow. Kevin Foster, we wish you luck. Good luck out there, buddy.
Thank y'all.
All right, Stella. So we talked to number 3, Mason Flagar. We talked to number 1 of Nick Dickerson. And we talked to Kevin Foster, who's sitting second. That brings us only our 4th driver. Came into points in second and finishes just barely. And Jackson Knock, I guarantee you, tonight was not the night you wanted to run here.
No, not at all. I got so demotivated and I was so sad after the first pit stop, I went down. For some reason, my tires were unchecked. I don't remember doing that. The first pit stop, my tires were unchecked. I did not take tires, only fuel. I got out on the track, did about 2 to 3 laps, and then realized, hey, something's off about this. And so I went back down pit road to get tires because otherwise it would have been so much worse. I got my tires. I went 2 laps down. I figured there was going to be some cautions, but man, there wasn't. And then I was just getting more worried and worried. I was supposed to race in real life today, and I skipped that to come to this. And I would have looked like such a fool if I didn't make it into the championship race. But luckily, I kept my head down. I kept on trying to get whatever I could get and finished P14 and didn't think I'd make it in. And then I looked at the points and just, as you said, just barely P4. So that's really what I needed.
You were the only driver that is in solely on points this year. Consistency.
I love Matt Kenseth, and Matt Kenseth is the reason why they made the playoff format, because he won a championship without winning a race the entire season. And so I guess not on purpose, but I'm kind of seeing if I can do that with a playoff format. So
Okay.
we'll see.
All right. Well, with the sacrifice that you made today to get to this point, how do we capitalize on Phoenix next week?
So I think last season or maybe early this season, I can't remember. Either way, last Phoenix race, I was pretty good. I was really fast. I just had some troubles down pit road, a lot like this race. And I finished 15th. But if I get back out there and I just pray real hard on Nick's downfall, I think when we go out there, I might have a chance.
Never supposed to pray for somebody's bad. You're just supposed to pray for your good.
Oh yes.
Well, yeah. I'll do all right as long as Nick is doing bad. That's how it's gonna work. I don't want him to do bad. I love Nick, but he's my main obstacle going into Phoenix next week.
How is that? I love you, but die like the dog that you are.
Well, definitely. Hopefully, he's able to hang in there. Definitely. And one thing at Phoenix, I think I'm hoping isn't going to trip everybody up. Watch those pit stalls. Guys being able to chop across can save a boatload of time. And I guarantee RC is going to be having their eyes peeled on pit road. I don't know whether they're going to rock, paper, scissors who's watching pit road that night, but it's going to be very, very busy. Jackson Knock, give me your shout outs here. And don't forget to talk about the guys out here rooting you on.
Yeah, we got, first of all, in the car, we got OxyClean as well as IRRA. OxyClean is my mom's company. She's been doing, or that company has been doing oxygen cleaning on parts that require oxygen, such as scuba gear or parts that go on spaceships since the 1950s. As well as the fact that I want to thank everyone who was in my chat, my stream chat, Matt, Brandon Jackson, who has not been able to make it to these past few races, so he's been hanging out in my chat. That's been really nice. As well as my my grandparents, my mom, my dad, anyone who comes out to support me in my real life racing efforts or this. I really like racing in general, and everyone supports me, and I really appreciate it. So,
Who is
uh,
the BU? Knocksters.
yep, that's my mom.
Okay,
That's
cool.
your mom. All
Yeah.
right.
Okay, so she's over here going ahead and telling everybody you made it into the playoffs. Hi, Mom. All right. Jackson Knock, congratulations, man, and we'll see how
Thank you.
we'll see how you do it, man. Get practicing.
10-4, will do.
All
I'll see you
right.
there.
And that's going to do it there for Jackson Knock. That is all our guys
One-
heading into the playoffs. But let's go ahead and talk to our race winner here tonight. What a tough race this was for Benjamin Lacey. I gotta say, Benjamin Lacey was all over the place here tonight, and he definitely came in the exact spot he needed to be in. Benjamin Lacey, boy, that was a squeak out there right here at the end.
Yeah, it really was kind of maybe almost a little uncalled for in my opinion there. Brett ran out of fuel, that's fine. And then got ran over there by Dawson at the end. I don't know what the intentionality was there with 3 laps behind. It wasn't fighting anybody there, so leave it there. Maybe he does need to be in a nursing home. I don't know. But no, it's all in good fun for him. But yeah, came away with a win with a .03 or something like that. So I always say take the wins when you can get them, and I'll take it for sure.
Well, that's why I always say when families out there racing, things may change up a little bit. I know when we looked at were you looking at the replay before? I saw you down there kind of taking a peek at a few things about that last turn.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't sure. It looked like Guzik may have gotten clipped, and then one Guzik into another, and then guys started to kind of bash it up there right at the end. Intentionality unknown. Your win here is known, as we know 100%. You came away with that one. Brandon Banks so close to passing you there, but you still you started 11th, man, and you were able to fight your way all the way back through and come away with the win. I mean, it was close, man. I like how you come out here each week and definitely toy around with these guys in the playoffs. It's not an easy go, but you're in here getting wins. You're in here, getting top fives, and that's really shuffling the field.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun running with the guys here. It's one of those things for me. This track is a tires track, so I just try to conserve, save some tires, and ended up working out. Was able to work the way up through the field, and was close enough to get the win there. And yeah, it's a throw a wrench in the game there and make everyone scramble for the positions and see what happens.
Now, your moves were based mostly in the first third of the race. I noticed you were racing like your hair was on fire and then calmed down about mid-race. Was the track changing at all, or did you notice we had to go for longevity?
It was definitely one of those ones where new fuel was going to come into play because we could get real close to 50 laps, and so I was just the first run was just kind of letting the tires do their thing, and I was going to stick running to the bottom because I knew it was going to save the fuel and back up the corner so I could hit around lap 50, and then did the same for the second run, so that way we were about 2 laps to the good, and then from there just kind of run down and see what we can get. Sometimes it's better to just run the pace and let it come to you, and that was tonight's strategy, and it ended up playing out in the hands. So yeah, sometimes you just gotta give and take a little bit, and tonight we got lucky.
Man, oh man, oh man! Oh well, I can't wait to see what all you can do here right toward the end. If you can come into Phoenix and get a win at Phoenix or something, I think it's really gonna. I would say it's really going to kind of tumble them up yet again. I mean, it's just one of those things, man. I hate seeing that you got eliminated so early into the playoffs, though. As I think next season, you've seen the car choices. Let's start with, can I assume that you will return for season 13?
Yeah, I should be around for the next season.
Fantastic. And which vehicle are you most excited about?
Honestly, me and the next gens get along really well. So a lot of people hate them, a lot of people dump on them, but I actually dig them. I like them. I've run a few seasons with them here and there in some other leagues, and I've done very well in them. So I'm looking forward to those cars the most, probably.
Okay. The only thing I like the next gens, they just feel blocky. They don't seem to roll as much. The 87s rolled, the the trucks roll, the Xfinities, and that was the first car I got in that it kind of slides to the sides. It doesn't. You don't really know when the car's kicking out on you, and then when you try to save it, it darts you into the wall because you're used to turning, the Xfinity and trying to rotate it through. So, man, for a driver out there, I know some of these guys are not excited about the next gens out there. I'm glad to see that you are. All right, Benjamin, go ahead and give me your shout-outs here, buddy, and we'll see how you do next week.
Yeah, Filming the Wild, Real Earth Films. Mentioned them before in the past, but it's realearthfilms.org, and then Filming the Wild YouTube channel, youtube.com/filmingthewild. We'll give them some love. And we've got the sponsors of the league. So appreciate all of them, Bill and the admins, and then Simtrax TV. You guys do a great job. So looking forward to go back and watching this one.
All righty, Benjamin Lacey, congratulations on winning the Dr. G Power Washing 150 here at Rockingham, and congratulations. We'll see how you do next week.
Thank you.
All righty. Well, that is going to do it here. Benjamin Lacey, fantastic job here on the night as we come to a close here at Rockingham Speedway. What a tough race this was, especially at the end, and an absolute heartbreaker out there for Brett Guzik. But it was going to be a Cinderella story if he was going to win. It was a slim shot. He would have had to really nail it down here. But I've got to say, as close as it was, he he got fourth place. He needed the win and you're in. But Brett Guzik so close. And that's why we rode with him. I didn't know if he was clutching it to see if he could save just one more lap. And be able to get out there, but not enough. I bet Brett couldn't do it because Benjamin Lacey was kind of barreling down on him, and that definitely ended it. Stella, anything left to add?
Just that this was one heck of a race. Good heads up racing, polite racing, clean racing. Don't have anything bad to say at all except that it's over, and that. It's terrible, but I can wait until next week and we'll do it again.
Yep. Little bumps out there in the road, guys trying to do a couple different things. Guys ricocheting off the wall a couple times, but not too bad. All right, guys, next time you'll see the Bandit Racing League will be for the season finale at Phoenix. That should be an exciting race for the Perfect Shine Auto Spa out there. We'll be supporting that race. Guys, hang in there. And I don't know about you, I'll be on the edge of my seat. 7 days seems like a long way away, but we gotta hold it out there. Jay, thanks for hanging in there, buddy, all the way here to the end, especially Kelly and Mama Goose as well, and even Carla Bivens, who joined up here as well tonight. Guys, hold on to your hats, because we're going to be seeing these guys kick it off next week. But that's going to do it for us. See you next Wednesday. Be well, be safe, be kind, and we'll see all you next time.